So yeah, every upgrade you put into a shield that ups its stability is huge. Oop. I got input buffered. However, this guy is actually about to kill himself, so... okay. We make our way over to here, and we make what is actually the last really nice connection of the area. We are now back all the way at the start, and can essentially get all the way through Anor Londo fairly easily. I guess there is one more shortcut, technically, and we'll get to that. Also, you don't fit through that, Waddy. We're actually pretty much at the end of Anor Londo here. That chapel is essentially the last area in it. Are you gonna, like, actually come attack me, or what? Do demons like fire? I mean, I kind of doubt it, but... oh, come on. Yeah, these guys can actually be a bit difficult with my giant sword here. Just because they're so dodgy and so quick about all their stuff, and they really don't stagger very much. So I can't, like, combo kill them or anything like that. I kind of just have to take them slow and steady. Just pop out here. I think this is the last item that's out over in this corner. Probably get this guy to just jump off. Or just boop him off, honestly. Bye there. And for that, we get a Titanite chunk. I think we already have one of those. Better upgrade item. That's all it is. I don't think there's an item out there. These walkways are very dangerous. I don't fuck with them. Nothing over here either, right? Yep. Alright, we got everything out of here. We do see that there is an item up there. And if you remember that broken window, we can in fact go get it. So let's do that. I am probably going to speed up some of the running around this area a bit. But I like that it's so huge because it just gives you such a sense of grandeur. And exploring it, you really, only once you get to the point where we have here, where I've killed most everything, and gone through most of the areas, only then do you really start noticing the distance and how you have to, like, really run around for how big it is. Also, that really should have just skewered us there. But, for our trouble, we get the Dragon Slayer Greatbow. Oh, you actually do fall down into that area. So we could have gone this way around, but I kind of like going to see the Forgeman first. He helped us anytime. Let's see. We'll be down near the bottom here. Yeah, there we go. Dragon Slayer Greatbow. Bow of the Dragon Slayers, led by Hawkeye Go. Off. Shit. I should know that, because he's actually in the game as of the DLC. One of Gwyn's 4 knights. This bow's unusual size requires that it be anchored to the ground when fired. Only uses specialized great arrows. Just again, you get that ridiculous sense of scale. You even get a 1 great arrow. Giant hunting great arrows. Dragon hunting great arrows, not giant hunting. Resembling iron spears. Used by Hawkeye Go and his dragon slayers. They puncture human flesh easily. Dragon Slayer arrows can only be used with the Dragon Slayer Greatbow, and vice versa. So basically, it ends up being a completely new weapon type that you get here. And they do a lot of damage. They were what the Silver Knights were firing at us before. Pop this in. And then, once again, speed up. Let's head down this way. We got this guy who would be a huge pain in our butt if we hadn't come around this way. Because he will notice you from pretty much anywhere on the chapel floor here. Also, the AI is showing off that behavior they have where they will just, if you back off to try to like bait them into attacking you, they'll be like, okay buddy, and just pull out their bow again and start shooting you. I do really like that. backstab detection is, as ever, finicky. Certainly one of the weaker aspects of the game as a whole. I am going to top off for a reason that will become fairly obvious fairly soon. You feel the Black Eye Orb quivering. I don't think this guy can get up the stairs here. He'll notice you, but I think he will back off before getting up the stairs. At least I hope so. But, if we look at that Black Eye Orb that we got for, the Firekeepers, when the Firekeeper was killed, he does not stop on the stairs. Okay. Lesson learned. And he will fucking follow you to the ends of the earth. I moaned. These are stronger versions of the Big Knights, which is honestly really unfortunate because the Big Knights were already kind of fuckers. Although he hasn't used the thing that he has yet. It's sort of his deal. When you're fighting only one of them, it's not so bad. But as soon as you get two of them on you, it is just like, oh my god, why even bother? Okay. So as I was saying, the Black Eye Orb the Firekeeper got, or that we got after the Firekeeper was killed, is now usable. Try invading the world of the Firekeeper's killer. Searching for the world of the guilty. Now, this is an NPC thing, or a PvE thing, but it does actually act in the way that the Phantom Covenant, the Covenant we're in right now, the Dark Moon Blades, acts, where you go in, invade someone, and try to kill them for the sake of, like because they're guilty, because they, in Lautrec's case, it's because he murdered a Firekeeper. Now, granted, Lautrec doesn't play fair. You can see that he has two white phantoms with him, and he actually treats this, the game treats this, as if Lautrec is another player. And I really, really like that, because it gives, like, story context to the whole online multiplayer thing that it has. You know, it really makes you feel like everyone else in this world is just several other people on this undead quest and other timelines or whatever the fuck. But, unfortunately, this is not a fair fight.
I thought you knew but I thought wrong. 'Tis a terrible pity. Like a moth flittering towards a flame. Don't you agree?
I timed that roll so badly. Right. A thing about encounters in Dark Souls 1 is that you cannot use Estus during them. I may or may not actually win this encounter, so I would like to at least say that that mage that we are locked onto right now is actually wearing the Sealer's set, the one that we found in Anor Londo, that talked of 3 mages who all, like, 2 of them left. The sort of implication here is that this was what ended up happening to the other mage, to one of the other mages who showed up. God, the cast time on that fucks me up. Now, one good way to deal with this fight is to heavily abuse iframes. Ah, damn it. I even got one of them. Anyway, is to heavily abuse your iframes, because if you are backstabbing someone, no one can get you. You can't then yourself be attacked. It's also worth noting that Lautrec's weapon goes through your shield, so your shield is just fucked here. Anyway, this is treated almost as if it were a death, but not actually, because you'll see that we didn't lose our souls. We were sent back to the bonfire. I believe enemies respawned? Yes, they did. But it doesn't count as a death, because you don't lose your souls. The same thing will happen if you invade another player and lose, or even if you engage in jolly cooperation and lose. I'm gonna try that Lautrec fight a bunch of times, because I can totally do it with this build out. You just have to be, like, really careful. Also, yeah, here, this is an example of us being able to just straight murder this dude right next to another Silver Knight. I do feel like the aggro on these guys being so weird is part of what makes them feel so, like, not even just inhuman, but in hollow. Because, like, of course, hollows have pretty much been set up in this game to attack you whenever they see you. Their AI basically works as a they have no self-control kind of thing. I guess I can take the White Sign Stone off of my thing, because I think the Dark Souls servers have been shut down since 3 came out, which is unfortunate because you're not quite getting the full experience. But honestly, the PvE content was always what I wanted to show off in the game in the first place. But because this item can be equipped, it means that... Can we use it right now? Yeah, I think as soon as you enter this room, you can use it. Yep. So you don't have to endanger yourself by falling down. It just quivers to show you that it is usable here. Now, an interesting fact about the Black Eye Orb, Black Eye Orb, is that there were originally supposed to be 2. One for Lautrec, and one for another character that we haven't met yet. And the Black Eye Orb associated with that character is actually in the game. It's a debug item. You can't get it through normal means, but it does exist in the game's code. So I'll probably show that off at some point. So anyway, you can see that Lautrec is just a fucking maniac, but, oh dear. He also doesn't stagger very easily. Oh god. Yeah, I knew that got me. There's probably going to be some attempts cut out here. Round 3, let's go. There are a bunch of cheese strategies for this fight. I mean, honestly, it's inherently unfair, so anything you do will be some form of cheese, most likely, but I am gonna at least try to do it as, like, a combat thing. So one thing that I had mentioned earlier was that Lautrec does not have, or Lautrec will ignore your shield, basically. Also, I've heard that this does happen sometimes, where you can get the mage's AI to, like, get stuck forgetting that he has a shield. Oh, jeez. Yeah, don't let Lautrec hit you. Just roll away from him. And that is one way to, like, do this fight. God, he has so much stamina, too. Alright. I've equipped the lightning spear now because I've decided it's probably better for the... Alright. Since that last take is probably getting cut out, I decided to switch to the lightning spear because I feel like it fits a lot better for our running and poking kind of style. Damn it! Alright. Here we go again. Alright. I have explained this so many times, but I am not gonna give up until Lautrec is fucking dead. I've switched my loadout to the lightning spear and no shield because I want quicker attacks than I was getting with the sword, and the shield is basically useless given that Lautrec's weapon ignores shields. So, let's do this. First target is always the mage. He will just fuck you up from a distance if you don't. And he has a lot less health than Lautrec and the spear guy do, so... I'm glad I am going to show the whole lore talk that I had given first. Nope, get away from me. Because I don't want to have to go through the whole, this guy is probably one of the Seekers that left New Londo every single fucking time. I'm figuring out how to edit my LP as I make my LP. You will notice that what I've gotten like fairly decent at doing is baiting Lautrec into attacking me before I go into attacks on the mage. And the reason for that is I'm at my most vulnerable when Lautrec is like right this distance from me and he goes in for an attack. The mage guy as well, sort of, but it doesn't. Like, or the spear guy, sort of, but he doesn't matter, honestly. Like, I am gonna kill this guy in one more hit now and just ignore the spear guy as I go after Lautrec, because the only thing that trying to kill the spear guy can get you is more time for Lautrec to kill you. Like, you'll notice that we just... the guy hasn't come close to hitting us except, like, once. You'll notice that Lautrec is also baiting us into attacking. His AI is actually quite good. I mean, quite abusable still, this is Dark Souls, but... I do like that it really does feel like you are playing a person here, and that they are making, like, strategic decisions. Like, why are you even here, sir? You will get pretty good at figuring out his combos. It is worth noting that he also... oh god, I almost got Geometry killed. It is worth noting that Lautrec also has a parrying dagger that he's pulled out now. If you hit him while he has that up, he will do what skeletons have done to me. Maybe not through the map, but you know. He does not tend to use it very often, though. Like, it's mostly just, you know, a cross-up kind of thing to mess up a player trying to go too aggro here. Come on, come on. Why are you not, like, attacking me? So yeah, the best way to deal with him here is to keep running around to keep the spear guy at a distance, and then bait him into his attacks and counter. You'll notice he gets a glowing aura now. The spear guy is behind me. This actually might be bad. Nope, never mind. He's still useless. So you'll notice he gets a glowing aura here. That is actually the aura that the ring that we will get from him gives. Oh boy. Oh, did I do it? Yes! Oh, thank fucking god. So yeah, target destroyed. We get a souvenir of reprisal. And the guilty pay the price. We win. Fuck you.